G'day, this is Bob Brown. At the 25th anniversary of the saving of Tasmania's Franklin River, former Prime Minister Bob Hawke, now our elder statesperson, gave this speech.
And I just want to really round off by saying how relevant today is the experience of that time 25 years ago. Because we are now faced with unprecedented environmental challenge. One below Franklin, Franklin was, of course, a major issue. But relatively speaking, it pales into insignificance against the massive challenge that we as a world are facing now. The very question of survivability is at stake. And as you look at the arguments and the positions of political parties today, you see a complete replication of what we experienced back there in 1983. The Conservatives, they never change, they never learn. What happened? What was their argument? What was their argument back then? You can't do this. It will cost jobs. It will cost economic growth. You can't do it, you mustn't do it. What's the argument today? No, we now see at a time where we have Labor government in power which is committed to taking the decisions that need to be taken to meet this historically unparalleled challenge of climate change and global warming. As we have a government committed to action in that regard, we have the Conservatives now playing politics on this issue. And I want to say, I want to plead with the Conservatives. And may I say, I want to plead with your colleague in the Senate, who is there in the Senate, in a party called Family First. Now, the Conservatives, what do they go on about? They're always talking about family values. Family values. Senator Field, family first. What is the greatest obligation that politicians of every party have towards their families now, to their kids, their grandkids and their kids? It is that we take action to pass on to them a planet which is inhabitable, viable and enjoyable. Challenge them and say, are you serious about family values? Are you serious about putting family first? If you are, you have no alternative but to join with government and to join with organisations who are committed to bringing about that result. And I want to conclude by saying this to you all. We can best celebrate this great occasion, the great achievement of Bob Brown and those who he led, the great achievement of saving Franklin. We can best celebrate that occasion, best honour those who worked to achieve that result, if we commit ourselves unequivocally. No, don't trivialise this issue. I'm saying the Franklin was important. I'm saying the Miller's important. You've heard my views on that. But fighting global warming as a whole, that is the issue which is important. I just accuse the Conservatives of playing politics on a great issue. Don't play politics on this issue. And I'm saying that you can best celebrate you can best celebrate the great achievement of those who did so much 25 years ago if we all commit ourselves to persuading our society, to persuade our communities, but most of all to persuade our politicians in all political parties to commit themselves to taking action here within Australia and combining to ensure that international action is taken to bring about that situation which I say, that we can pass on to our children, our grandchildren and their children, a planet which is safe, inhabitable and enjoyable.